Hi there, this is Anna Dolopo, and I am doing a video as a student, specifically as a student of Dr. Eileen Han. I've been doing balance methods since 2006, and I've been in practice since 1999. But I thought I told Dr. Eileen Han that I would do a video on how I've been able to do very well with the method that our late Grandmaster Dr. Richard Teh-Fu has taught us, in hopes that my message can reach out to as many new and intermediate level balance method students out there. So for those of you who maybe trained a little bit with Dr. Tan while he was alive, or for those of you especially who are new at the balance method, and you have the wonderful opportunity to learn directly from Dr. Eileen Han. Welcome to the balance method world. I love it. I'll just give you a quick background about myself, and I'll keep this a brief video just so I can go straight to the point. My name is Anna Dolopo. I started practice in 1999. I did traditional Chinese medicine primarily from 1999 until 2006, until I had the absolute fortune, blessings, and honor to meet Dr. Richard Tan on March 6, 2006. And that very day, I have been practicing the balance method exclusively, if not by 99.99999% in my practice. And today is March 21, 2020. So I have created a magnificent life, and I definitely have not hit my pinnacle yet. This is my 21st year in practice. I get better every year. Dr. Eileen Han and I are colleagues, but I look at her as my mentor. She is my mentor. She is my teacher, and I learn from her. I learned from her again today. I've taken many balance method classes, and today was the third day of the core of the balance method classes. The names of the classes are a little different than when they were taught by Dr. Tan, but basically the beginning. What Dr. Tan told me in the very beginning in March 2006 at a private dinner, just him and me and my one daughter at the time, he said, Anna, if you want to master the balance method, you have to do one system for at least 6 weeks, and then move on to the next system, and then do that system and for 6 weeks, and then move on to the next system. And I can tell you that has been the secret to my success. If you're wondering, who the heck are you and why are you telling me to do things a certain way? From 1999 until 2006, I did not make a profit. In Chinese medicine, the practice of acupuncture was very challenging for me. I had to work another job or two to make ends meet. I've had to reinvent myself a few times during that time period, including moving from San Diego to Orange County, where I didn't know anyone, so basically starting from scratch. It was already hard enough to build a practice in San Diego, where I had a support system and I knew people, but to build a business in a whole new world. Orange County is only an hour and a half away, but you might as well have moved me to New York. I didn't know anyone here, and there were actually 6 months of when I moved here that I didn't know what to do, so I worked in the beer industry, and it was fun. I worked for Labatt USA, and I almost seriously changed careers because I really at that time could not see myself succeeding as an acupuncturist, which is sad because we spend so much time in school, and I didn't really get the results financially that I really needed to get. You spend this much time in school and you spend this kind of money, and the investment just wasn't paying off. So March 6, 2006, I saw this. I had received the flyer, and it was the one day that Dr. Tan of the 4-day weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday was free ever. As far as I know, he never gave a free day. That class was, I believe, $185 for that one day. And I could not afford to not go to that class. And it was 8 units, I believe, at that time. And I know it was March 6th because that same day, I had started having radiating pain down my arm. I had pain in my scapula for 10 years, and I'm sharing this for a reason. I had acupuncture local, basically TCM. I received what I was taught. Chiropractic, I do jiu-jitsu, so I still love seeing a chiropractor. I've had different types of chiropractic done. Herbs, cupping, electrostem, name it, osteopathic, physical therapy, name it, I had this pain. And how it affected my lifestyle was that I couldn't play my violin for at least 2 years. So I had pain for at least 10 years. I know because I remember having it in Chinese medical school. And but it was getting progressively worse. And then for at least 2 years, I could not play my violin without a sharp stabbing pain. And every time I got treatment, it felt good, but it didn't go away. And then that day, I was driving to Dr. Tan's class from Orange County to San Diego because I couldn't afford to stay in a fancy hotel like I'm in right now. And that day he was teaching his balance method and telling us we were doing it all wrong, doing acupuncture wrong, and that hurt a lot of people and it didn't fly well with a lot of people. But when I was in his class, I remember thinking, he knows something I don't know, because I'm in this ballroom at the Doubletree Hotel, and I'm thinking, I can't afford a huge ballroom that can accommodate 100 plus students or however many people were in there and give away the class for free. And I don't have books. And obviously there are people here who know something I don't know, because it seemed like, he had a strong following. And I was just like, what's this about? I had heard about Dr. Richard Hand, but I didn't know about him. So he's yelling at us, telling her, doing acupuncture wrong. And I don't want this to come across like only balance method is the only way to go. But that's what I heard. And he was obviously very passionate about his method, which balance method acupuncture is based on classical Chinese medicine. And so at the end of the day, he did his notorious, well-known, worldwide famous dog and pony show, and he said, who has pain? And so I raised my hands, and I had that pain, the scapular pain, subscapular pain, that every time I would play my violin for just 5 minutes, I would just have this sharp shooting pain. I just wanted someone to just rip off my scapula. And considering I've been playing since I was 7, I just was like, well, I don't play anymore. I don't make a living on violin, so it's okay. What a waste, but it's okay. And he put 5 needles in my shin, my opposite shin. I believe at that time, if I understand correctly, he had done it on the spleen channel, foot tie-in, and my pain was gone. Gone. The radiating, all that, gone. Now you have to understand, that morning, I was thinking I might have to get a cortisone shot. I've been treating this for 10 years. And how much electroacupuncture, how much cupping, gua sha, chiropractic, electrostem, everything. How much money am I going to throw at this till I just give in and get a cortisone shot? And maybe I might have to do surgery. I don't know, but I might have to start going down that route. So for him to put 5 needles, max, 3 to 5 needles, I can't remember, but I was sitting in a chair, not even as comfortable as this. I was sitting, and he put these 5 needles in me, and the pain was gone. I wanted to cry, and I looked at him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you just took my pain away. He goes, I know. And then he moved on to the next student like it was no big deal, but to me it was like the biggest deal. So the very next day, I just started doing that. I could not afford Friday, Saturday, Sunday classes. I just couldn't. But I remember April 1st, by the time it was almost a month, my mom's birthday is April 1st. And that's all I could talk about is this new style, balance method, balance method, balance method. And I kept talking about it. And I was with my mom. It was her birthday. We were at the Wild Animal Park with my daughter. I had one daughter. She was 2 at the time. She's 15 now. I have 3 kids, 15, 9, and 2. And she was like, can you treat my knee? Now you have to understand, I had not put a needle in my mom since I was in Chinese medical school because she didn't like what I was doing. She didn't like how I was needling. So I would say, just go see an apprentice somewhere else. Just go see another intern at the school. But I just kept talking about this. Now, this was March 6, 2006. I was licensed since June 22, 1999. I'd never stuck a needle in my mom during my professional years up to that point, and since I was an intern, because she didn't really like what I was doing as an intern. She was like, can you treat me? And I was like, I can treat you in the car. So she had this severe knee pain. I put needles in her opposite elbow, and I did exactly what I was told. One day, or like less than a month of training, and her pain went down. And she went to my office the next day. It took me 2 years to let go of my patients in San Diego because I love them so much. I was trying to make a practice happen in Orange County, but I was still renting a space on Sundays just out of attachment to my patients. And she came to my office and she said she was like at least 50% better. And no local points. They were all in her elbow. And till this day, it touches me. Like, I was able to help my mom. And then since then, I've been able to help her tremendously. So I just transformed my practice overnight. It was an overnight thing. The message I really want to share is if you go to my website, elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, I'm currently rebranding. I'm transferring old information from my 2 previous websites, moveyourqi.com, which is my original website. There's a ton of information there, all testimonials based, and then also committedtobetterme.com. Those 2 websites, the information is going to take me about a year. And I try to get information on my new website, elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, but it's all testimonials based. And that is my way of honoring my late Grandmaster Dr. Teh-Fu and sharing with the community in Orange County, California, and also sharing with the world, look what I've been able to do with balanced method acupuncture taught directly to me by Dr. Tan. I had the tremendous fortune to become one of his senior students. I'm getting emotional right now. Dr. Tan awarded me with a gold level certification on April 12th, 2012. And I'm also one of his L.AC graduates. He told me to do one system for at least 6 weeks. And I stuck with that. And to be completely honest with you, I still do this. So I still take the basic classes, and I take the very advanced classes and everything in between. I am a L.AC graduate of Dr. Teh-Fu. It is not beneath me to take classes over and over and over again. And I'm going to restart my L.AC training next year and get recertified. I have a beautiful certificate from Dr. Tan. I started with his first class and I ended with his last class. By far, L.AC.'s most difficult classes I've ever had to take. And it is not beneath me to retake core foundations over and over and over. Module 1, which is, Dr. Tan called it something else, but now Dr. Han calls it Module 1 and Module 2. And I take these classes over and over and over. I have so many notes, and each class is taught differently just because it's a new day. Every time you're learning something new or something old, doesn't matter. Whatever you're learning, you're a new person in a new unit of time and space, and you will get the information much better each and every time. And I really hope you do visit my website at elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com, because that really is my homage to the man who took me from not making any money doing acupuncture to having tremendous success. I've been in practice for 21 years, but I've been doing balanced methods since 2006, so it's been 14 years. and I owe everything to him. And so he designated his most senior student, Dr. Eileen Han, as the main professor of his balance method. And Dr. Eileen Han created this class called the Business Acumen of Successful Acupuncturists. And I am so grateful to be the instructor for that class. This video is truly about just sharing with you how I've been very fortunate to teach, to be able to get so many testimonials. If it matters, many of you probably don't care about marketing, but if it does matter, I have over 248 Yelps and more, I think just like 5 Google. I don't really build my Google. I'm trying to. I haven't really put much thought into it, but I really should. And Facebook reviews and a lot more testimonials, because many people don't use Yelp, and so they just write testimonials, so we're putting those up. I've done 92 videos specifically for my acupuncture practice, and I've done videos for the Business Acumen of Successful Acupuncturists. If you go to successfulacupuncturist.com, you'll see some of those videos. It is a true honor to be among the leading edge of acupuncturists, of doctors of acupuncture and Chinese medicine worldwide. I am so grateful. If you were to tell me March 5, 2006, or between June 22, 1999 until March 5, 2006, that I was going to one day be paired up and requested by Dr. Eileen Han, be given this wonderful opportunity to teach a very specific class called the Business Acumen, I would have laughed at you, because I did not know what I was doing. Dr. Tan taught us specific recipes, and I shared with you one major recipe. Do one system for at least 6 weeks. So when you go to my website, elementsinharmony.acupuncture.com, and you see all these different things, or if you visit my other 2 websites until everything is transferred over, and say, wow, there are a lot of testimonials on a variety of issues, it's because I followed the recipe. I did not change the recipe. I did not add other methods to Dr. Tan's balance method. Dr. Tan put his heart and soul and committed his life. He lived and died for the method of the balance method, for the method of the practice of the balance method acupuncture. And I hope I made my point. Please do one system. Dr. Han taught us quite a few things, and even though today was core, the basics are the foundation. I know a lot of you want to go further and learn more, and you should, but I would implore that you look at System 1 and stay with that for at least 6 weeks. It may seem very boring, but if you do that and really learn System 1, tie-in, there's a hand tie-in issue, and I just treat foot tie-in, or internal issues, digestive issues, what channels go in the digestive areas. Okay, let's stomach meridian, kidney meridian, let's take the stomach meridian and use System 1. Hand, foot yang ming, treat hand yang ming, you know what I mean? Just take your notes from Dr. Han and really focus and methodically plan out your career, your training. I will end on this note. I have this amazing patient, and he goes back and forth between Florida and California, and goes back like 6 months or so. And then I hadn't seen him for about 6 months, and he came, and I was like, did you find yourself an acupuncturist in Florida? Because I didn't have a balance method acupuncturist nearby him. And he said, no, but I found this woman, and she is not doing balance method. And he was raving about me. And she said, yeah, I heard about balance method, but it takes too long. I said, what do you mean it takes too long? I can put just as many TCM needles, and just as many needles in a TCM protocol as I could with balance method. It's not that much longer. she said, it takes too long to learn. And I said, So I'd like to ask you a question. If in 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years or more, you can say, look at my results, and you'll have, I went from 40 to 60% success rate to 85, 95 plus success rate. Would you be willing to invest the time and the money and the effort and the energy and your brains and your heart and your soul into wanting to do something that's going to provide the best possible method? I mean, I'm obviously sold on Balance Method, but I'm not really an excuses kind of person. I have committed many years, and I'm still committing many years, and I'm never going to say I'm a master of Balance Method. It's been since 2006, so I'm not yet 2006. It's been 2006, 2016. Yeah, it's been 14 years doing Balance Method, but I have a lot to learn. I have so much to learn. There's so much I don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So I'm just going to keep doing it. So please don't try to learn everything at once. Take all the notes that Dr. Eileen teaches you, but don't try to master everything at once. It takes time, and you will become a better doctor, and you will become more effective. And the gap between you and other acupuncturists who do not do Balance Method, and I know I might be criticized for this, but it's okay, because I have a tremendous track record, and I stand by that track record. And I'm very proud of my work. I can tell you, if you could really devote yourself to the Balance Method, as taught to us by Dr. Eileen Hahn, that was left behind to us by the late Grandmaster Dr. Richard Teh-Fu, it will be an investment that you will be grateful for the rest of your life. So if you guys want to communicate with me, I'm on WhatsApp. Please go to elementsinharmonyacupuncture.com. My landline is there. My cell phone is there. You download WhatsApp. We're all communicating with each other. Please do, take Dr. Eileen Hahn's classes over and over and over. And if you feel like you'd like to learn from me, contact me via WhatsApp, and I'll add you to the Business Acumen forum. And if you really want to learn from me, you might want to consider becoming one of my elite black belts. I am teaching tomorrow. It will be live streaming worldwide, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time until 1 p.m. For those of you who need CEUs in the United States, it's worth 4 CEUs in California, and I believe it's also for if you're board certified, for your certificate there. And it's going to be great. Everything I taught in San Francisco on April 5th, 2019 is going to be almost different. I've transformed my curriculum. I have a lot of information, 21 years of hard knocks that I'm going to be teaching in 4 hours. So please get ready to take a lot of notes, and I really want to see many people succeed. So if you want to check out my work for my black belts, my top elite performing black belts, go to successfulacupuncturist.com. All right, take care. Thank you so much. Have a great night.